Le something something French. I cannot speak French for the life of me. Welcome to the Hey Arnold Season 1 finale, Arnold's Valentine. This is a biggie. In this one, it's Valentine's Day, and all of Arnold's class are asked to write Valentines to those they care about. Arnold, of course, chooses to write a Valentine to Ruth. He writes in a Valentine asking her, "Hey Ruth, I love you, I care about you, I want to get to know you and meet you. Let's meet at this fancy schmancy restaurant at such and such time. Signed, Anonymous." And Helga, unfortunately, catches wind of this and decides she wants Arnold for herself on Valentine's Day. So she devises a very, very cruel plan. The thing is, Arnold's class, they have pen pals off in a foreign country. And Arnold's pen pal is this girl from France named Cecile. So Helga, during recess, she sneaks into the classroom, goes into the bag containing all the mail from their pen pals, which hasn't been opened yet, takes out Cecile's letter, rewrites it, forging the handwriting, saying that she's coming to visit America, and she'd like to meet up with Arnold for dinner at this fancy schmancy French restaurant. And she makes it the same time as when Arnold's meeting Ruth. So Arnold's in a conflict. Gerald's his wingman, for better or worse. And he has to play double duty. And so he goes there to find Ruth, playing to Ruth, but also to Helga, who he doesn't recognize because Helga has disguised herself. She's changed her outfit or hairstyle in this French poodle style, which is kind of an amusing gag, actually. And she also has a French accent. And so some reason he doesn't recognize Helga. And over the night, things have an interesting development. Arnold, while he's trying to spend time with Ruth, can't get his feelings out to her because Ruth literally fought the anonymous Valentine. The guy's name was Anonymous. Not realizing that that's what you say when you don't want people to know who you are. And as Arnold's talking to her, he realizes that him and her have nothing in common. While talking with Cecile, he slowly develops an attraction for her. And things get complicated when the real Cecile shows up. She was actually planning to surprise visit Arnold at that exact same day and time. And in the confusion, Gerald steals Cecile away. Helga, being too embarrassed to admit that she isn't Cecile, she's just pretending to be, runs off, and Arnold's left all alone. And I have very conflicted feelings about this episode. There's a lot of things I really like, and then there's a lot of corners I don't like that were cut in order to get to those good things. Let's start with the good stuff. For one, it seems like we finally got some closure on Ruth. I mean, let's face it, Ruth was never going to work out. She was way too old for him. Not way too old, actually. She was more like a couple grades, but old enough that it would have been kind of awkward if they had ended up together. And I like the way it was passed. Arnold spends some time with her, and he discovers that they have little to nothing in common. It's just pure looks. So when Arnold loses Ruth at the end, it's not like a big loss. It's like, dang, it's so close. It's like, well, that didn't work out. And anyway, and for once, Gerald was right. I mean, if Arnold had just signed it Arnold, he wouldn't have had this confusion. I mean, Ruth might have rejected him. She might have rejected him. She might have flattered. But, yeah, I mean, Arnold just created a lot of confusion for himself by signing it Anonymous. And it was nice to see Arnold and Helga finally bond. Like, whenever she's around Arnold, she always puts on this mean face. This face where she's acting like a jerk. She treats Arnold terribly, all to cover up her romantic feelings. So it was nice to sort of be the Cecile disguise allowed Helga to sort of be a nicer, better person, be herself, and be someone other than the grouchy person she normally is. And because of that, Arnold was able to warm up to her. I mean, part of it also probably is just the connection he has to Cecile through letters, but the point is that Helga was genuinely being nice, and Arnold was genuinely somewhat attracted to it. To the point where, Helga almost got Arnold. Like, it's to the possibility where I feel like if she had opened up to Arnold about who she was and why she was doing this, maybe Arnold, okay, he could have been downright pissed, which I would be, but he could have also been genuinely understanding. He could have genuinely said, I like this side of you, Helga, I want to see more, you don't have to do all this stuff. Yeah, but of course Helga is too afraid to go through with it, and we have the tragedy of Arnold ending up alone, which I like. And then there's also a lot of great character stuff with Arnold. I mean, Arnold's like the kind of character that always tries to do the right thing, and him honoring his commitment to Cecile, that's some trooper stuff. That's some classic, hey Arnold, just I'm gonna be a good person. And it's nice to see him do it here, even if he was being manipulated. I mean, this is a character who's given so much to others, and even when he has a Valentine's date, even on a day where he's done something for someone else, he's still willing to be like, you know what, this girl's coming all the way here to meet me, I owe it to her. Now, the downside to this episode is that it's a little mean-spirited at times. Like, very mean-spirited. Like, I feel like this is one of the more mean-spirited Helga episodes, and just how cutthroat, cruel, and manipulative she is in getting Arnold. Like, she straight up lies to Arnold to get with him. She doesn't just lie, she tampers with mail, which I'm pretty sure is a federal crime. She lies to him. She lies about who she is. She deliberately robs Arnold from his date and impersonates another person just to get with Arnold. And when the real Cecile comes, rather than just admit what's going on, she just still plays into this act, causing the real Cecile to get annoyed at Arnold for not recognizing her. And it also just sort of is borderline cartoon logic, because I feel like Arnold should have been able to see through Helga's disguise. I mean, for one, he has a picture. Why he doesn't realize the two and they aren't why he's so dismissive of them not adding up is odd. The fact that Cecilia. The fact that everything Cecile is telling her does not line up with what she wrote in her letters at all. The fact that she is disgusted by French food. And Helga doesn't even really do that good a job disguising herself. Like, the voice is very similar. She still has her bow. Her hair is the same, although the whole bit with the friend going to a poodle place to get her hair done, that was cool. But yeah, he should have been able to see through that disguise. I'm a little torn on Gerald here. On one end, he was helping his friend, but on the other end, most of his advice was completely useless and non-helpful. And it only really worked on Cecile, but that's because she's French and presumably more open to the stereotypical flattery that does not work on other characters. Although dick move stealing Cecile away from Arnold, Gerald. That was kind of a dick move. And that's all I have to say on this episode. It was just really good at moving things along. I like when Cecile said she found out where Arnold was for his grandpa, because you do think, okay, how did Cecile know where Arnold was? And yeah, overall, I'm just glad we made some headway on this storyline. I just wish it was done in a way where Helga wasn't too big of a jerk. And yeah, that's season 1. Crazy, I'm finally done with season 1. So yeah, overall, I thought it was enjoyable to watch, and a lot of cliche storylines, a lot of stuff I've seen before, but, I mean, overall, I enjoyed it, thanks to some good characters and atmosphere, and I hope the show continues to build on this next season with better animation and dives deeper into the characters. So, the Valentine's Day episode. What are your thoughts? Are you happy with this episode? Do you feel it got a little too mean-spirited? Do you think Helga was a bit of a jerk for what she did, or do you think she was somewhat justified? And also, have you ever gotten an anonymous Valentine? Because I'm just interested to hear. So, that's it, and I cannot wait to watch Season 2, and I hope you guys will continue watching and watch me there. So, until then, see you soon.